short lecture or tutorial, how you want to say it, I don't know, but you know, it's fourth video clip for Proteus 8.7. Now we are going to do some switches. So the basic concept of the switches are that they are the devices that allows or doesn't allow the current to flow through some circuit. There are several types of and kinds of switches, like mechanical switches, sensors can also be a switch, electromagnetic switches, electronic switches, and so on. But now we are going to do only two types of mechanical switches, and later on we are gonna do some electronic switches. How does a transistor act? When does the transistor act as a switch? And thyristors, and so on and so on. There are also relays, and everything can be a switch. Or it also depends on how do you like to define the meaning of a switch. But now we are going to do only two types. So let's go to our component mode, click letter P to activate the library, and there are a lot of types of switches. Just let's go here in the category. Here we have switches and relays or switching device. So you can see how many. These are a this is a thyristor. We're gonna do it later in my course. Here we have, this is a track, and you know, there are a lot of switches. Just to show some, but okay. I think I'm in the wrong category. Just let me see. Yeah, I'm in the wrong category. This is switching device, and we have to go here in switches and relays. So here we have some switches. Here we have a relay, and we're gonna do it later. It's also a relay. There are a lot of types of relays, so don't. Here we have the switches that we are going to. This is a double switch. Here we have, you know, and this is also one kind of switch. Here we have this type of switch. We have a rotary switch, and so on and so on. But we are now going to use only only two switches. First one is this WSPST, and this is a basic switch. We have a lot of applications with this switch. For example, in your room, when you have a switch on the wall, when you activate or light up the room. I mean activate the light bulb. I don't know how to pronounce it or how to say it, but you know what I mean. So here we have one switch, one type, and this is a second one. The second one is called the button, and here we have the button. So, and this is, you know, you can use it in a fan, or there you saw a lot of switches that have buttons. Okay, now let's take one battery, and let's take one lamp also. Lamp is always good because it emits light. Okay, that's it. I saw here we have a relay. I accidentally put it in the selector. I'm gonna delete it, remove it from the selector. I don't need it right now. We're gonna later use a relay, and I'm gonna explain how it works. So here we have battery, and this is like in the first and the second video clip when we started it. So, but now we are gonna put a switch. Let's do this one first. So here we have two arrows. If you click on this arrow that shows down, then the switch is gonna close. If you click this up, the switch is gonna open. So it's a good thing that we can do this in Proteus. A lot of programs don't even have this type of things. You just put a switch, and it's not, you can't really simulate in a lot of programs what's happening. This is a very, very great program. I love this program. So let's come on here. Let's connect the devices, the components. Here we have battery, a switch, and a lamp. Let's go in system, sets, animation options, and okay, it's already shown. Oh, I didn't close the Proteus program from the last time. So when we simulate, as you can see, does it start? Yeah, now it started the simulation or the animation. Here is a here you have the time that is animating. So as you can see, this light bulb doesn't glow and the switch is open. So if you have an open circuit, the current is not going to flow because you have to have a closed circuit, and you have to have a closed circuit so that so that current will exist if you have a closed circuit. If you don't have a closed circuit, you don't have current. So when I close this switch here, now I click on this left button, the left arrow, that the lower arrow down. The circuit is closed, and as you can see, the battery emits the current. So here you have a current flow, and you can see the light is now glowing. If I open the switch, the light bulb isn't going to emit light because there is no current flow. Light bulb emits light because when electron hits the how do you say it, when the filament, when it hit the light bulb has a filament, and when the current hits filament, it produces a photon. So a light is a collection of, roughly said, light is a collection of photons, so it emits light. So when I close the circuit, sorry, so when I close the circuit, as you can see, the current is going to close it, the loop. Okay, now let us delete this one, this circuit, this switch, sorry. And now let's use that. So this is one type of switch that we are going to use, and most commonly that's one type, and this is the other one that we are going to use in my next lectures or next examples and applications. So, and in real life you mainly use these two switches. This one is called the button. I know you already know that, you can find it in many household devices. So it's it's a pretty commonly used switch. So now here, if we have situation like this metal here isn't in touch with this nodes, yeah, then this is like an open circuit, so it's not connected with the it's not connected with the conductors. Yeah, it's called the conductors. Yeah, I forgot. My English is bad, but I like to speak English because I don't want to forget English, so I'm doing these videos, because if you don't use some language, one language you're gonna forget it. So, and when you click this arrows here, you know, it's gonna close. So if you click it again, it opens. If you click, oh no, if you click it again, it closes, and that's particular it. So if you run the program, run the simulation, as you can see, current flows from plus to the minus of the battery, and the light bulb glows. If I click on this arrow, the button opens and there is an open circuit, and there is no current flow because here you have an open circuit, so you need a closed circuit that for the current to flow. And when I click it again, then the current goes, and from the plus to the minus, it goes here through the light bulb, and it emits light. So that's it for this lecture, and thank you for watching. See you in my next tutorial number 5. I think this was number 4.